Hi guys, Rando Gamer here with the next session of the Rise of Vecna. This one is session 2, which picks up more or less right whenever the party is arriving at Ravana. There's a little bit of time on the ship prior to that with a handful of RP moments, but the primary portion of the session takes place once they've arrived in the capital and the party's met with an unexpected welcome that leads into their meeting with the king, kind of following up on how things went over in Western Yukon, and kind of sort of building towards how this next campaign really will start to play out for everybody, whether it's the side quests that we're kind of setting up or just in general, kind of the vibe that we're getting for the whole Rise of Vecna campaign. But if you like this content, make sure to hit subscribe and like it so that you uh, get notified of whenever I want to drop another video. And it really helps me out as you like the videos. But without further ado, here is session 2 of the Rise of Vecna.
Okay. The very first session of this new campaign, book 2, if you will. We had the party venturing down the mountain range after being more or less exiled from what remains of Western Yukon, or at least the one remaining faction that you know of. And the party ventured down. They were sensing some weird mana, like explosions of like this red, like explosive variety coming from the heart of the city, centered on one specific point, but you weren't really able to find out much more than that. But after deciding that you were going to see if we could get Tar's wagon back and see if there was anything that we could do in finding out where to go next, you end up getting approached by this druid that has helped Yezreel once before, one of the druids of the Thieves Guild in Western Yukon. He had been paid off by Hylar to go find him, let them know a small update of what's been going on, and that they could not stay at the docks safely and had to leave. You were told that the Hylar sailed the ship maybe about 45 minutes to an hour north, and you were to meet him there. But it had been about 5 hours since that message was given, because the druid was told that you guys were still in the city, and because you had teleported so far away, there was no way for him to know for sure. That same druid requested that Yezreel invite him to the Thieves Guild in Aralas so he can join on their adventures, but it did not give a name. So the party makes their way to the western shore, just north of Western Yukon, opting to take the longer route to avoid some danger, and eventually made their way to Christ, what is the ship's name? We had a name for it.
Oh, we did.
Hold on, let me go back.
I was gonna say, don't ask me. I'm horrible at note taking.
Something wind, right?
Same.
What did you say?
Something
It was
wind.
the Howling Wind.
That's yeah.
The Howling Wind.
Thank you. Yep.
Yes.
You guys find the Howling Wind in a bit of disrepair. The mast is currently being restored, or at least repaired, and they're just kind of floating out about 300 yards away or so from shore. The party eventually makes their way up there, and there's a big clash, a verbal clash of Hylar trying to figure out what the hell happened, what Yezreel put him through with such little information. And he described that he did in fact meet up with Lotus as planned and brought him onto the ship. And something happened. He explained that Lotus screamed out, Nizram, hulked out, and destroyed the mast, destroyed the ship, and did a number of damage to several of the crew members, and then just dove straight into the water. Nobody went after. Nobody could find any other information or what the fuck happened. And that was that. They then had to just row the giant ass boat all the way up to where they're at now, so it can be repaired safely, safely. After all sides of the stories have been at least explained, not mentioning little bites and stabs that were made at several different party members, everybody ended up coming to the same conclusion that we need to go to Aerolas to at least see this through. See if there's anything else that needs to be done and see where to go next. And then we can take action and decide where we're going to go next. Everyone agreed. The mast was repaired, and we began to set sail to Aerolas, which is a pretty far. It takes about a week to, I think, about 2 weeks to a month, is what it was described at the very start of the game. But your trip was expedited exponentially on your way to Western Yukon initially because of the use of a dragon turtle.
Yes.
So, with this voyage taking longer than what you're used to, you buckled in for a pretty long voyage. At the end of one of the nights, there was a strange occurrence that happened. The sky was nothing but gray, blackened, illuminated only by red streaks of what seems like lightning striking through the air. Currents start picking up like faster and faster and faster until suddenly a giant ass tsunami, a whirlpool, a typhoon, it like engulfs the ship, and you're having to like sail around it.
I remember this.
Tar turns into the mech whale, or what did you have? What was your name for it?
It was a cyborg whale.
I can't. You had a specific name for it. I'll have to listen to the VOD again. But you turn into a whale and start towing the ship against the current of this typhoon, as everyone, Pirates of the Caribbean 3 style, are trying to save everyone on the deck from falling in. When this like luminescent like red eye, like reminiscent of the eye of Vecna, starts staring literal daggers at you, and like streets of mana are just flying through the air. And once everything came to a climax, everyone's trying to save each other. All of the mana weavers kind of look to each other, and they explode with a light, almost like what Raven had experienced in the prior book. It's almost like they were able to harness the mana that was inside of themselves, or at least manipulate the mana around them. Yezreel, Aslan, and Tar, you all came together and were able to overpower Vecna's power, at least for this moment. The typhoon settled, and we welcomed to the world 3 new mana weavers. The rest of the voyage went pretty uneventful.
Didn't they all have like a fucking moment together?
They did.
Touching hips.
The day after, they were doing some experimenting with their power and found that they could almost see an after image of themselves following each other, like as if they were sensing where they were prior, right? And if they were to touch that after image, the person could feel that, right? Almost as if there was a thread that could be tugged behind them. Mana weavers are innately able to visualize mana within the world itself, and can do it inherently, as to where other people can't see that. Some strange oddities that happened is that Aslan, though he is missing an arm, he has a fully functional arm, like that he's been able to manipulate mana to basically have a second arm, but no one else can see that other than someone who can see mana, right? Same thing with Tar. although half of her body is still metallic. It's almost as if her true self is showing through mana. And Yezreel, you're able to, like, because your body is still fully tapped, that kind of mirror image of mana that like is behind you, it kind of pools at your feet, almost as if it's lightening your steps. After kind of messing around with this, and not to mention the encounter with Gore and Dahlia, lots of things are still unknown, but our adventures are just on the cusp of beginning.
Didn't Dahlia kiss Gore?
Oh, you guys had the
More than
curtains
kiss.
Yeah,
closed.
snoo.
It was a tongue showdown.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Yeah, there was some like.
The only thing that is canon is what Dahlia and Gore know. There was a curtains closed.
Yeah, it was a.
And
curtains
there
closed
was
moment.
some indicators when Cain went to that room later too.
Yeah.
That's probably
Oh,
we kinda
God.
tore apart the bed there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
uh-huh.
I remember now.
Furniture was displaced.
Yeah, it was kind of like not completely, but things were torn asunder. If I remember right.
Nope, it's coming back to me now.
So, with adventures on the horizon, the party looks out, looking for new adventure as they see the docks of Aralas, maybe an hour or two out. And that is where we will start today's session.
So
It's amazing
how long
that
have we been? How many traveling days have we done?
We've done approximately 2 weeks. Hylar
Out
has been
of-
doing. It's taken about 2 weeks. Hylar has done a whole lot of training on this specific stretch of land. Of sea, and has become pretty well traveled and proficient with his ship sailing ability. So you guys got here pretty quick.
Oh, so we're already in Airlas?
You're approaching the docks in about 2 hours.
Gotcha.
But the ship is currently being patched up. The ship took some pretty heavy damage to its hull during the typhoon. And that's just about finished, at least with temporary repairs. The ship is still sailing fine, no real problems. Hylar is at the stern, and you hear some crewmates yelling from the crow's nest that land approaches. What would you all like to do?
What time is it?
I would say it's about midday, maybe not quite noon.
I'll let somebody else jump in first.
Respectively, where are all of us on the ship at this point? Were we still like?
You tell me.
Yeah, it's like midday.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's assumed that people would be out of their cabins, but that's not necessarily a requirement.
Aslan's making some lunch on the deck, definitely
Ooh,
for.
What are you making?
Yeah. Tell us what you're making.
Given what supplies maybe the ship will have, maybe some eggs, some lean poultry. He's definitely making like chicken fried rice, something that will fill the belly and give some energy.
Yeah, their aroma is already enough to get the crewmates drooling. But since being able to manipulate mana in this way, it's not quite thoughtless to move your hand, right? Your mana hand, but it feels.
Oh yeah, you have a mon. You have a mon.
Yeah, imagine people just see floating shakers and spices like in a spatula floating in the air.
Exactly.
cool.
It's
cool.
not. It's not that it's moving on its own, but it's almost as if it's moving before your brain can think of what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, you're like willing it.
Yeah, it's like it has its own mind in a way.
I'd
Ooh.
say Tart is meditating next to Aslan as he's cooking. Kind of trying to connect to the mana in her and get used to it. And I think out of instinct, a small barrier is starting to kind of form around her as she's trying to learn more about her path as a mana weaver.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a mana sight check. I still have yet to do that in D&D Beyond. I'm sorry, but it's just a wisdom plus proficiency.
All right, Don. I gotta make that. I should make that a skill roll. I'll do that here in a minute. You said wisdom plus what?
Wisdom plus your proficiency.
Which is
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
yeah.
I'm gonna say. Oh shit. 19, 25.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this isn't necessarily how you're able to visualize it, but you're able to ascertain how you can further manipulate. And it's not that it can act as a type of armor of sorts, but like, because you have such an innate sense of the world around you in a much different aspect, you feel like your body would be much more prepared for combat.
Perfect. And I think. Do you think that the barrier with how good my roll was? Do you think the barrier that's forming is people can see it, or people only with mana sight can see it?
Well, that's the thing. Mana is only visible to those who can see it.
That's fine.
Somebody who can't, such as like Cain or Gladdek, they're going to have to still roll pretty well to be able to really tell, right? But you can try to see if you can get more practice to at least alter that bit. It's going to take some practice, though.
Yeah, you guys are out here being able to look at molecules like they're nothing, and we're just like, what's that?
What?
For me, I'm gonna say for like 65% of this trip, I will have been fasting, and I'm going to slowly build myself back up for a intense workout. But before I sort of start to load up on all that delicious food that Aslan's making, I'm going to sort of like try to achieve a meditative state that will align me with my inner ambitions of achieving power. And I'm going to like take somewhat of like sitting in like a cross-legged position. My fists will be together, but like I'll clench my muscles, and I'm just going to like make it sort of like this. I'm going to sort of channel my inner strength, if you will, in the meditation.
Okay. Let's see here. Because this is more of a concentration thing, of like trying to maintain a certain mental state, I'm going to have you do a constitution check.
Okay.
I'm not really sure how else to rule that.
I love that. That's good for me. Even with my modifier, that's an 11.
Although that did not pass a DC, it's getting easier and easier for you to enter this mindset. Rather, it used to take so much effort to even picture the idea of what you wanted. But now that you have a better idea and know how to better alter your mental state to get to that point, it feels more within reach.
Okay.
At the very least, you feel relaxed.
Well, after my meditation, then I will sort of like take all my stuff in anticipation of reaching land soon, and go up for some food.
Okay.
Aslan is definitely hibachi chef style, like chucking shrimp and fish at people, like trying to toss it into their mouth. As soon as he sees Colonel Cain from a distance, he's like, oh, tosses one.
Yeah, and I'm like 15 feet away, and I don't know if you're gonna make me roll for it, but I'll do a little roll and everything.
For the hell of it, Aslan, just go ahead and give me a performance check, and that will determine how well Cain is able to catch.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna do like a little roll and come up on one knee to catch it.
Oh no!
Oh my god, dude, you hit me in the eye!
Hold
All
on,
right,
that's still a
Aslan.
12 in total.
No, dude.
No. So, Aslan, I want you to describe how this fails, and then Cain, I want you to describe how you fail to catch it.
Okay.
So still like he's used to throwing it at people right in front of him, but he is no archer or athletical capable person. So he just chucks it with all the might he can,
Oh,
and just
God.
hopes that Kane will pick up the rest of the slack.
Yeah, so I'll say if I hadn't done my little roll into it, I maybe have had enough time to like consider the velocity of the projectile coming towards me. I'm just gonna say like as I come up and like try to like catch it in my mouth, it like hits me straight in the eye, and I just like oh, and it just like slowly for a second slides down my face onto the deck of the ship,
Stupid.
which I'll still eat, but still.
5-second rule.
That's awesome. All right, Adrona, what you got?
So Adrona would still slightly be following Cain around. That's what she's gonna do right now. So while he's getting ready to eat, she's just gonna fly over to him, just kind of stand on his shoulder.
Okay.
I hope you didn't see that. My eye is still burning.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that. Let's get some
I
food.
see everything.
I know. And I'll take us both over to get some grub.
Okay. Gladdek.
Gladdek's going to start off his morning with communing with Morden to imbue his warhammer with the blessing of the forge.
Okay. Is there a particular like ceremony or like thing that you want to do for that, or like what? Can you describe a little bit of how you're going about that?
I mean, Gladdek, based off of the stuff with the typhoon and kind of the communion he had with Morden, it's more of a part of his normal routine at this point. But he basically just lays out the warhammer in front of him, kind of does a silent prayer to Morden, and kind of like touches the warhammer after that, and then you'll see it kind of like glow with the orange sort of imbuements. Basically, the only reason why I am articulating it is the meta-wise, it gives a +1 to attack and damage rolls for the rest of the day.
I feel that. Yeah. And
Cool.
yeah, everything works as planned, and you don't really feel any particular like strong communion, but you feel pretty good about how it went.
Oh, that's right. I'm a Githyanki.
Wait, you're a Githyanki?
Yep, I forgot
Oh
about that.
yeah,
I'm a
tall
cyborg
ass lanky
Githyanki.
Do you
motherfucker.
know? Do you know what's funny? You being a cyborg and your character was like more important than your actual race, which I think is good storytelling.
Right? I don't think even I knew that you were a fucking Githyanki.
It was that was a new acquisition as of last session.
Aslan doesn't know what you are, but he knows you're not human.
No wonder you and Dahlia get along.
I know, right? Now I gotta make a Githyanki in Baldur's Gate so I can have a picture perfect of her.
Right.
Right?
Honestly, I just need to play Baldur's Gate so that way I can create my characters.
Actually, I'm gonna do that
Yeah.
right now while we're doing this.
So everyone should have Mana Sight as a skill on their character sheets.
Ooh.
Cool. I already added it, so I don't know if you
Yeah,
added it.
I saw that.
Oh,
It was it's just wisdom
And
and
proficiency.
all that, right?
Just
Yeah.
refresh your page. It's already there.
Proficiency
Okay.
for the mana weavers themselves. I think everybody else is just a straight wisdom
Yeah.
modifier.
I gave Raven half proficiency because of her study.
that's
Is
fair.
it fine if with one of my feats I picked up expert in mana sight?
You should already have that.
Oh, wow.
Expertise?
You gain so like if you were already proficient with Mana Sight when you were a Mana Weaver, you gain expertise. I believe it says that on the page.
Oh, okay.
It should be one of the first ones right below the class table. Mana visualization.
Okay. So yeah. Nice. So I have a plus 16 to that.
Wow, everybody, I know my own class.
Like you made it or something.
Brother, your character should have Mana Sight as a skill. Just refresh your page.
Oh, you did that since I was gone?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody.
What a world.
Right?
Okay. Everybody's catching some grub or chilling or praying to their gods or whatever. And at least the feeling on the ship is pretty jolly. The mirth and the joy, the laughter, the ale and the food. It's just a good time to be at sea.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to the homeland, dude.
The winds are in your favor.
I think the only one that didn't have a chance to come up was Dahlia. You kind of skipped over
Oh,
her.
I didn't mean to. Dahlia, please.
The only thing that I had for Dahlia was like she was gonna come in her quarters, kind of like pulling on clothes, making it like clearly she might have had another rump in the hay. Taking a look
Yeah.
at Colonel Cain and seeing what happened to him.
Yeah, as you were like getting dressed, Gore, though enjoying like every bit of what's been happening, is very much feeling the repercussions of that and the injuries.
Oh no!
So she's gonna be at least bedridden until we can get some better healing done for Gore.
She's down for the count.
Yeah, she's still passed out.
Yeah, Dahlia.
Damn.
My bad.
Hey,
we had a
Gore
healer.
can take a hit.
But other than that, like Dahlia's gonna get some food, and she's gonna have this like this smirk on her face constantly.
Yeah,
That
I'd
is-
say you're
that-
grabbing
that,
like the last dish of the food.
Yeah, she'll take that last dish. She'll thank you, Aslan, as like there's kind of like a small glow coming from underneath her scale. She definitely looks like a satisfied dragon.
Okay.
Wow.
But that's all I had for Dahlia.
Yeah, I have negative to my insight, so you just look like, I guess, in a good mood, I suppose.
If
I have a passive of 21 and an active of plus 16.
I will only make you roll insight if Dahlia you were trying to deceive her of any kind.
Oh no, I was just trying to make a meta joke.
Right, I got you.
Just like you're not so low that you have no clue, even if you did roll.
Yeah, seriously.
Hylar begins to shout up in a very like a military-esque tone, which you don't hear from the very all the bowls are just left on the ground, and like everyone's trying to grab ropes, but prepare to be tied off to the dock as you guys will be approaching within a few minutes. Anxiety built up from all missions that have been postponed from almost every member of the party to go on this mission to Western Yukon. Their tensions are high, as well as not knowing the repercussions for what happened in Western Yukon, or if there will be anything that you face in Aralas. The unknown is terrifying, and we are about to jump headfirst into it as the crew begins to tie off the boat.
And go to up to the helm, the Hylar. So, how do you think this welcoming party is going to be going?
He kind of gives you like a bit of a look. Here, 1 second.
We should definitely stop by my hometown. Top-notch medicinal weed and hot springs.
Oh my god, dude. Cain could use a hot spring right now.
Dahlia could use some weed right now.
Oh, Aslan, have you ever told us about your hometown before?
In passing,
Yeah.
just that it's like a very medicinal. It's like a druidic cove, basically. It's a lot of shrooms and weed and medicine and stuff. He actually was going to bring it up to Tar.
Yas.
Rooms and weed and medicine. Oh my.
Okay, let's get over this part real
Yes,
quick.
yes,
and
yes.
we can cover that. Hylar gives Jezreel a bit of a look. He gives you a bit of a look. Man, it's been quite some time since you've been back, huh? Open up your ears. Go ahead and give me a perception check, everyone, based off of hearing.
I'm not going to participate. I'm not very perceptive to begin with.
Okay, what's your passive?
Ouch.
My passive is 9.
My rolls are
Oh
terrible.
my
tonight.
god. You're just not a perceptive person
No,
at all.
dude, I'm not. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I rolled a 1 and then 2 2s with advantage.
Damn.
My rolls are terrible.
Oh, wait. Do it? No, I don't have advantage.
Oh god. I'm too busy meditating.
That's 12. I
Jesus
rolled a 12.
Christ.
Good God, you guys. Jezreel, what did you get?
19.
19?
I rolled well, at least.
I'm glad that 2 of you beat the 10 DC.
Yeah.
No, we try.
Our
The
level
10.
fucking 16 party.
Level 16 can't be a 10 DC.
We're a bunch of fucking meatheads.
Yeah, dude.
Only the healer and the leader.
The
Okay.
healer, the rogue.
Wow.
All right. So, immediately, like you were fixated on the crew, just trying to clean up everything, and same as you, Aslan. But when you listen closely, you hear like a rumbling noise and some like distant like jeering. As both of you kind of look over the guardrails on the starboard, there is a massive crowd that is currently being blockaded by guard, and all sorts of banners and like some type of paper mache flotation devices up in the air. There seems to be so much like cheer coming from this half of this blockade, and not really sure what it's about, but considering you are the only ship that is docking from the docks right now, it can be assumed that it is for you.
I can't
Cain's
really tell what
oblivious.
they say, but they seem happy.
Currently, Aslan and Jezreel are the only ones who notice this.
The circumstances might not be of the best, but
Say that
That's
again,
good.
Israel. You kind of cut out.
the circumstances might not be of the best. But it's nice to be coming home.
Well, they're holding banners. I can't really tell what they are reading, or like what's written. But I feel like banners are a good thing.
Are we able to see anything of like what's written on the banners?
You're gonna have to get closer to find out. Hylar just kind of gives you a sideways smile and just goes off to help the crew. This kind of thing was never his forte. Hey, Evan, can you drop the quality of the music, please?
It's about as low as it will go.
Weird.
Is it having issues?
Yeah,
It's
and that
pretty
fixed
static.
it last time.
Hold on. Let me see what the quality of the actual stream is. That's why it's trying to stream in 4K.
Oh, that
I'll
must
do
be why.
Drop that down to like 480p. You don't need to see
Yeah.
no quality in my streams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like we just need potato type stuff. You know?
Yeah, I'm just here for the music.
I want
Right.
that 4K sound.
Yeah, literally.
Let me see if I can't just do it. One moment.
Yeah, it's still kind of bad.
Yeah.
Didn't like that I changed quality right as I was talking up here.
Yeah, you might have to stop the stream and restart it.
You guys try starting it up again. See.
There it goes. That should
sounds
be
better
fine
to me.
now.
Oh, yep.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yo, the DJ in the house. What's up?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, everyone. As the meal is cleaned up, the howling wind is successfully tied to the docks. You are all ready for your final departure from the vessel. And there are two honor guards that kind of walk up to the base of the ramp, ready to greet you.
Ready, everyone? Oh,
No, you're good. Go ahead.
is everyone ready?
Yup.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah, what's up with all the commotion?
Do you
We'll
not pay
find out.
attention to anything? Neither
At
do
this-
I.
It's at this point that Cain finally realizes that there's like a crowd outside the ship, basically.
Tar's gonna transform
into the dock. The two honor guards raise their fists up in like an open fist and onto their head and bow. It seems like this is more of a royal greeting, and this is one that you are what's the word?
Familiar?
Yes, you are familiar with this with your work in the High Council.
I return the greeting.
We are glad to see that you all have returned safe and sound. We have direct orders from our majesties to bring you to bring you to their castle at once. But it might, as they kind of take a nervous glance to the side, it might take us some time.
Oh,
What
man.
is up with the crowd that is going on right now?
Oh. The people of Aralas have been waiting since we got word that their heroes have returned. We are glad to
Dude,
escort you.
the second that he says that, Cain instinctually sort of grabs his back pocket where he keeps his mask, and warm love and like acknowledgement just showers over him.
Alright, well, I guess we must be going then.
We will take lead. Yezreel. And then they take formation, going in a steady march, keeping at a decent pace for those slower of you can keep up. But once you get closer and closer to this crowd, it erupts into noise, into yelling and cheering, and like these makeshift like powder bombs go off in like several different colors, almost like you're at a pride festival. It sets an immediate vibrance to the atmosphere, literally and figuratively, to this desert landscape of which you are all so familiar. The crowd at least gives you enough to barely walk past, as everybody is like, "Oh, thank you, thank you!" Of all different races, typically your dwarves, your humans, and dragonborn are all coming and shaking your hands and like patting you on the back and a couple of you even get some like roses that are just handed out. It's
Oh my
just
god.
you are being received with the warmest welcome.
Tar eats every rose that's headed to her.
Dude, like
Some look at you with disgust, but some look at you with fascination, almost as if you have given them insight of what they should be doing. You're seen as a role model.
I did transform into whatever Penelope is. So I'm just.
Oh, I forgot that detail, but
I
Tar
did
just
too.
stuffing shit in her mouth.
I will at some point in all this admiration will make eye contact with Gladdek and with body language give you the idea that this like feels like a dream coming true. And almost like I'm not sure if this is real or not almost.
Well, laddie, as we discussed on the boat, sometimes you just roll with what life has given you. Let this happen. Enjoy it, but know that we still have work we need to do.
I'll give you like a head nod and then just strike another bodybuilder pose as I go marching down the crowd
Cain.
of people.
As you strike your pose, there's a group of some younger adults that are in some like ragged clothing with a very young boy that is also in tattered clothing, but has dropped everything that he was holding as a gift and just looks in awe.
How young is this boy?
He looks to be about 6.
I'll stop our sort of like, I'll stop just for a moment and kneel down on my knee and in my back pocket pull out my black mask, which is definitely too big for this young boy, but he'll grow into it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I look in him deep into his eyes and I say, "You'll know what to do with this one day." And I'll give it to him, stand back up, give him a little bit of a salute, and keep walking on.
Mr. Cain!
I just look back and say, "Crime never sleeps. You must do what you can to stop it." And ignore what he was going to say and keep going forward.
Regardless if you respond or not, you do hear, "I'll protect my country!" And like he'll try to don the mask, but he can't get it to fit. But he seems as resolute as a 6-year-old can be. And he beams with pride.
I just pat Gladdek on the shoulder and continue on.
This goes on for about an hour. The streets, this is the
Damn.
main event. That they had this entire like welcoming party for their heroes to arrive. And it does start to die down and people start giving you a bit more room. But Aslan, you in particular notice all the spices that are from Aralas, the capital city. It is enough to just fill your nostrils with a sense of like this incredible like sensation. Like you smell saffron, which is incredibly rare and it is cultivated and sold within this city. It's almost the only place in the world that you can get. There's several different types of curry powder and wild flowers that have been ground.
We're talking like Middle Eastern, Indian.
Yes, very much. Aralas is infamous for their wild spices.
Oh, I love that.
I like to think that he's put his trunk up in like a like scanning mode as he's just. Oh yes.
But eventually, things do start to die down, and you're able to pick up a little bit of speed. And we eventually make our way up to the thoroughfare, of which the Aralasian castle is within your step. The honor guard gives you a salute, goes to your east and west, as 2 more honor guard flank your front and back, and continue walking you up the stairs.
Cain will follow militantly with his hands clasped behind his back and sort of following in tow accordingly.
It's tough. Your muscles are pretty large, and you have to like try twice to like grasp your fingertips.
Wait, can Maxwell even itch his nose?
Oh, for sure. I'm not that.
Maybe not with his elbows.
He can't do the elbow touch challenge thing.
Nice.
Tar's gonna transform back as this is now getting to a serious point, and then she's gonna follow in her normal form.
There's not even a flinch from the guard, almost as if they expected as such.
Yozru kind of is postured very straight and proper, but kind of his hands in his pockets relaxed.
You see, you're not sure if they're like master servants or if they're stewards of the kind, but as soon as you get to the main entryway of this pristine castle that's made from marble, granite, and other finite resources, they come up to you, Cain. Excuse me, Mr. Maxwell.
He sort of like stands to attention. Yes.
Penelope appears to be in disarray. Please allow our stable masters to give her adequate care.
I sort of raise an eyebrow. As long as it's adequate.
They give a nervous glance to Penelope, and in response,
Ball.
I'll sort of ruffle her between her her sort of horns. Yes, nothing but the best for my dear Penelope.
Don't worry. She will be treated quite well.
I'm sure.
Indeed.
I'll smack Penelope on the ass.
They take no chances in touching Penelope and expect Penelope to follow.
I imagine she does so without any challenge.
Okay. You are greeted with a line of servants, maids, and butlers that have all taken a line, wearing a cloth around their hand.
Wow.
Servants of the cloth is what they are called. Yezreel, I think you would be the only one who would know this. It's the order in which servants are trained and then hired to the royal palace to eliminate the possibility of assassination.
Interesting.
They are trained specifically for cleaning in the most pristine degree. And it's a respectable position. Those who have this position within the castle are deemed as noble, even if they were to come from a lower caste.
Interesting.
Just some more. So you are all greeted from the Order of the Cloth, and make your way up to the royal chambers, of which the honor guards stop, raise their weapons, point them to the ground in front of the party, and then open and walk sideways to allow you through.
Okay.
Yezreel continues walking.
Cain takes a very intentional deep breath through the nose and out the mouth.
All right. Can we get some almost like tapestry type of music, like chapel?
Yeah, something like
Perfect.
wow.
As the guards raise their halberds from the ground, allowing you entry into this great hall of the monarchs that have been ruling this land for generations upon generations.
We talking double big wide door type thing?
The French doors stand about a good 20, 30 feet tall, almost as if it were in Disney Castle from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yes.
There is no mini door, though. The doors open magically, almost as if the door to light is being opened. And as like the light begins to shine through your eyes, things start to clear up as you see floors and walls that have been polished to such a gradient that it almost looks as if you're looking through glass at all aspects. The only things that stick out is this majestic golden rug that is laid out a good 1,000 feet, stairways, and then 2 thrones that are currently empty. The guards all nod in unison.
How far do we get from the thrones before we are stopped?
So, you would all be familiar just from previous encounters within this room itself. It's not considered politically correct to get within a close proximity of the stairs, more that you wait for your monarchs to arrive before being addressed.
I see.
This would all be common knowledge. You would typically wait in a kneeling stance as they come to greet you.
Yeah, we've already met with them once at the very beginning of the campaign.
That's
honestly,
okay.
I forgot about that, not gonna lie.
It wasn't described in very much detail as the very start of the game, but that is the custom when meeting your monarch, at least in this world.
Gotcha.
Oh, well. Do we bow or curtsy or...
Yasriel would kind of already be in the kneeling stance.
Yeah, and
Same.
I'll shoot Aslan a sort of nothing in like filled with anger, but like I'll shoot you a look like follow the lead as.
Oh God! Okay,
I
this
also
is gonna
kneel.
take a moment. As he like slowly gets to the ground, he kind of flops over. I wonder, oh God, not really.
I'll just silently try to shush you as you do so.
Tar's going to do an armorer type salute that she's done before with her hand over her chest and her head bowed.
Okay. Aslan, you're having to manipulate the mana around your knees to prevent some damage as you kneel.
Yeah, he definitely pulled his hammy a little bit, getting into like a lunge position, kind of bow.
Time almost stands still. You feel as if there is a radiant light emanating as if the sun is shining directly through this room. But it's not. It would have to be shining in all directions. You feel the radiant heat from that light. Oh, it's almost welcoming. Then suddenly approaches. The king and queen of Aralas walk in tow, hand in hand. As they walk in a very formal pace, walking toe in toe as they walk up to their thrones. Take a seat. A third entrant walks in behind them. This muscle-bound person, still very distinguished, has a very finely trimmed beard, a very chiseled chin, and sculpted muscles, almost as if he was bodybuilding from birth. It's ridiculous. Wearing a pseudo plate/cloth combination, almost as if it was a paladin from World of Warcraft.
Okay.
And he walks up and stands to the very end of all of you and kneels in tow. The king and queen both say in unison, "Please rise."
Israel rises up and hands behind his back.
As do I.
Here we go.
Tar raises her head with her hands back.
I'll help Aslan up.
Warlord Helmat, please join us. The warlord stands up tall and then walks slowly but melodically up into the center of the two, making sure not to step above the final threshold, staying on the very top step. He gives a very curt nod and then turns his back to the king and queen. Our adventures, the warlord says. It's been quite some time since you have been here, and I understand that war has not been nice to you, and I can speak from experience that even if things have gone as planned, the feeling is still the same. I will not start things on such a sour note. We wanted to bring you here and share your victory so you would all make certain that we are all proud of what you were able to accomplish. There were things that happened that none of us could have ever perceived, and we wish for you all to enlighten us on some of the details. Please, you have the floor.
I immediately should have looked at Yezreel.
Tart is the same.
Like, there's kind of like that, like, Yezreel feels like a slight nudge on the on his back from Dahlia's elbow. Like, you've got the floor is what he means.
Leader of the group.
Yeah.
Leader of Leader of the group.
Israel takes a deep breath. Thank you for having us. As you have said, war has not been kind with us. We went, and I went under the expectation that we were going to be fighting the drow and the drow only. Turns out that they had backing from a vampire lord that I wouldn't even say backing. They were controlled by a vampire lord, as well as the two pieces of Vecna. We were able to get a hold of one of those pieces. Our party member Aslan, kind of points over, had the eye within him. When
You see a break in composure from the warlord, but he quickly regains it.
it was not expected, we found that there was some infighting within the Seven Lion Pride. There's some people that seemed to be conning against the others and trying to break it down. The final battle of what was the kingdom's name again? Oh god.
Oh, Riverton?
Ravana.
No, not Riverton. That's
Ravana.
Hutton's-
Ravana.
Yeah, that's Skyrim.
Yeah. There was the final battle of Ravana between all of the drow and all of the forces that we could muster. It seemed to have been going well.
Forgive my interruption. The warlord brings up. You mean to say that only some of their formidable army fought in this effort?
Yes,
I don't-
the commander. Man, I need to
Felix Evermore.
Yes, Felix Evermore. He was with us. He was one of the ones that one of the only ones initially fighting. The rest were in a meeting.
I knew things were in disarray. Their military force is the primary reason why they were an established country. It's shocking. I apologize. Please forgive my interruption. Continue.
No apologies needed. Yes, the other 6 of the 7 Lion Pride were fighting amongst themselves during the battle. We had to convince them to come and fight for their kingdom. One did not join. She fled near the end. But as we were fighting against the onslaught of the Drow, the Vampire Lord showed his face, and we went to go fight and face him head on. But he had the hand of Vecna, and the 2 pieces came together.
Immediately, all 3 of them eyes go wide, not even trying to hide their break in expression.
The 2 pieces came together, and Vecna has been reborn. And he has destroyed Ravana, and we were cast away.
I have one question, Yezreel. Selvaron, right?
Yes.
Yezreel Selvaron. You mentioned one of the generals, a female, who fled and assumedly is the one who pushed you from the lands. Who?
That'd be Frostmane. She is also the one that we believe was trying to pretty much what I believe seems she is trying to get full control of Ravana. Solely.
He's one of the few remaining leaders.
Next to Felix Evermore, Lysandra Frostmane is the most formidable in my opinion, as he turns his head to the monarchs. They give a subtle nod and continue listening.
I believe Felix is dead as well.
What?
Yes, he was ripped in half right in front of us. It was not even a challenge.
Great bedside manner.
Please do not take this as insolence or as ignorance to the loss of Felix Evermore. Was his weapon retrieved?
I believe not.
No.
He was killed right after Vecna was reborn. So there was a lot of chaos ensued in this.
No blame is put on you for this. But this is dire.
What was the weapon exactly?
Felix Evermore the Evermore name is along the line of lineage who held the Holy Avenger within their ranks.
I see.
Is this the king or the warlord speaking?
This is
Warlord.
the warlord. The king and queen have yet to speak.
Okay.
I believe The city was then overran after our defeat with Vecna's return. So as for the knowledge of whether the rest of the generals are alive or not, we are unaware, but the only one we saw before we were excommunicated was Frostmane.
I provided our scouting parties with some scrying scrolls to be used in emergency cases only. We received several messages from most of our scouting parties. So we know what happens from there. We believe that Lysandra was the only one surviving. At least, we thought Lysandra and Felix.
Well, that would make sense. If anything, she almost openly admitted that this was maybe not exactly to her plan, but exactly what she wanted. She knew we had the eye and that the enemy likely had the arm and left it in play, stating that it was only a matter of time for Vecna to return, and not a matter of if.
I think
Yes,
the only
she's...
thing that did not come to her plan fruition was that she was not the one to return Vecna and have some control of it.
I have 2 questions before I take my leave from this audience. First, there have been reports of some people within the city and some quests that's been given to a few of the adventuring guilds within Aralas of weird events happening just about 2 weeks ago. And putting 2 and 2 together, I hate to assume, but is this caused by Vecna?
We believe so.
Most likely, knowing him personally.
At least inadvertently. For our understanding is the access to mana has been opened in a more tangible way, so those that are more naturally attuned to it may have developed exponentially with his return. And what
I do not mean to interrogate, but how do you know this information?
We have experienced it firsthand within our own party, and we met with the monk in one of the temples at Ravana.
Lysandra sent us on a mission to recover a compass of some kind.
The compass of location.
Yes.
I see.
We did not find the compass, but where we ended up was a old temple. And we spoke with a monk there that seemed to have known Vecna before he became what he is today. And he gave us...
You're telling me you spoke with a person from the ancient age. How is that possible?
At least an embodiment of him. It seemed more of a spiritual connection once we were in the temple. When we started to walk away and we turned back, he was no longer there. So I think it was more a spirit and less an actual being. But nonetheless, it seemed that he may have been the one to train Vecna and saw the evil potential within him.
That checks out with some children's stories told about this. We've had our scholars at least, I wouldn't say researching this topic because it's so unknown, but they've recently reopened the research topic once these strange occurrences began to happen. Now, you said there are members in your party that are innately familiar with the intricacies of this force.
Tar raises her hand.
Yes. Aslan
Yes.
raises his mana hand.
The king speaks up. Please step forward.
She does.
Yazrael steps forward.
Same.
He looks over to his betrothed and squeezes her hand. I figured that was the power that I was visualizing. I too attained power. I know not what it is, but I see your arm, your body, and your quickened feet, Yezreel. Tar and Aslan. Please, tell me more so I might further my own understanding.
Your Majesty, if I may be so brazen, can I come closer?
Instead, I need to catch you up real quick.
Sorry.
That's okay. It was announced from Gladdek about the findings of mana and how the party is familiar with how everything worked. And then the king dropped that he has gained that power.
No fucking shit!
The
Of
king,
all the people in the world to gain that power, dude.
with Yezreel, Aslan, and Tar, stepped forward. The king steps down from the upper echelon of the staircase and steps down. You feel the weight of every footstep within your own souls. Demonstrate to me so I might understand further.
Aslan will reach out to the king's mana and connect both of theirs with its mana arm.
Yeah. And he shakes your hand.
Oh! The king?
You see, mana resides in all things. It is the life essence of anything and everything. Everything from the stone to the sky to the atoms that make us all. It's mana.
I thought I may have been going mad, but I see the world in a deeper vibrancy and clarity of which I never once understood. Can you relate to that experience?
It's like you can see the future and the past all at the same time.
Tar, is this the reason why you have lost your Warforgian form?
Well, he knew about that?
Well,
We met with him once before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you were still in armor. I'm sorry. He wouldn't know that. That is
You're good.
uncalled for. My bad. He wouldn't
Okay.
know that. And I don't understand why part of you is covered in mana and others aren't. Tar Phoenix. Sorry, what? I'm sorry.
It's fine. Tar Lauren. And
Tar
most
Lauren.
confused-
I'm sorry. I was going off Discord name. I'm messing up all of your stuff.
You're okay. She bows her head as she begins to sign. I am now of Tar Phoenix. And I am no longer armor clad, Your Honor. I was and she kind of is kind of stumbling, and she's trying to talk while she's signing. She kind of takes a deep breath, and she goes, "I died long ago and was brought back as a warforge, and my clan," and she aims her hands at all of them, but directly aims it at Aslan, "has helped me claim who I truly am, and with Aslan, your Highness, he is repairing my body back to what I once was. Before the mana change, and now currently the mana change, which has made it easier."
Tar Phoenix.
She bows her head.
So you too are telling me that all you must do to manipulate mana is to simply will it.
She nods. As she kind of holds her hand out, I have noticed something different about my mana, as there seems to be like almost like a gravitational energy kind of wrapping around her hand. Does the spells I'm picking?
The king stands up straighter. He closes his eyes. As his form, at least for those who can see mana, for those who are not proficient with mana sight, please feel free to roll if you would like to.
I won't. I have a -1.
Okay.
Kane's pretty oblivious to this whole mana stuff. Yeah, real quick, also for continuity purposes, is it mana or mana?
It's pronounced mana, but I keep flip-flopping.
Okay, alright. Just wanted to know.
Gladdek, are you rolling in Adrona?
I did. I got an 8.
Okay, Adrona?
Yes. Sec.
If you refresh your page, you should have it on your skill list. Should be at the bottom.
I got a 10.
You two are able to see wisps of sorts. Not true corporeal visages of what everyone else can see. But for instance, Adrona and Gladdek, you're able to see like wisps of light circling around what should be Aslan's arm, circling Yezreel's feet, and circling Tar's body. And now circling above the king are much larger, but to the three
Wow.
of you, you see that the king has a massive armored form standing behind him.
Oh my god!
Ooh, God, scary.
With monocyte?
This armored form takes a sword and puts it on Tar's shoulder. Here and forth, beyond this land, you will be known as Tar Phoenix, notarized by the Erolassian monarch.
Her eyes widen. Her green emerald eyes widen as tears almost kind of start to form as her hands grip tightly as she bows her head in honor.
Aslan can't help but like shake on her shoulder as like an excited kid kind of way, just
Yezreel, you feel this immense force of gravity as the armored visage looks towards you. It's almost intimidating. But with your professional training in keeping your composure, you're able to stay composed. As the king approaches and says, "You are the leader of this team. Despite the tragedies, despite the heartaches, and the sacrifices that we're having to give, you brought your team through complete atrocities, saved them from a falling city, prevented as much as you could, and still made it out alive. We made made the correct choice in reinstating you, Yezreel Severin. And he will walk back up to his throne.
Before he does that, could I try something while our mana is connected?
Sure.
I'd like to try to share the memories of Vecna in my head to him
Oh.
through the mana.
Interesting.
That's
okay.
slick.
How does that work, DM?
That's really slick, actually.
How does that work?
I'm going
or does it?
I'm going to rule this as a persuasion check for now. I'll figure out a way around this eventually,
You'll have to just make a new skill.
and that's I'll have to make like a manipulation check.
Yeah,
or
the
something.
Vulcan mind meld.
That's a 26.
Okay. The DC was 25.
Oh.
Ooh.
The king is now evil because he's been corrupted.
So, but you were new to manipulating mana, and I don't want to cheap your roll.
Oh, you're good.
You're able to show specific screenshots of what happened. The red rain that was forming and flashing around this ritual stone as Vecna was being summoned. The visage of a island flying up from the city, covered in a golden sphere. And the visage of this stressed and disheveled Lysandra Frostmane at her desk in the mountains. And you begin to have a splitting headache.
Ooh.
The king kind of winces and straightens his composure. I have more to research and study.
I don't mean
In
to.
future.
Oh.
In the future. Give warning next time. I appreciate what you have shown me.
I only meant it as a warning to the seriousness that Vecna holds. Having him in my mind, he is nothing but pure evil, but also extremely intelligent and manipulative. Watch those close to you. I don't mean this to cause disarray, but knowing closely his powers, he could be anybody.
We know inherently the risk that the world is in, and that is why we must ask. He returns to his pedestal, not sitting at his throne, and looks at the warlord, who has returned to your side at this point, and looks at the queen, and gives a nod. The king states, "You return to us not in defeat, but as harbingers of great change. Erla stands at a threshold, one you helped to uncover. Know this, your actions have been laid a path for a new dawn in Western Ukal, though not as you may have intended." The queen states calmly, "Many of you faltered, given the same challenges, but you survived encounters that spelled certain doom for others. The knowledge you bring to us, the reality of Western Ukal's state, puts us in a position of strength. Without your efforts, we would have been blind to the opportunity now before us." The warlord pipes up. And perhaps no one could have. But don't mistake a shift in the tides for failure. War is made of unforeseen turns, not always of straight victories. What you have accomplished is to reveal a critical weakness, one that our armies can act upon. You've shown us the truth of the Western you call a kingdom fractured, teetering on the edge. The king nods and says in response, I see it in your faces. The burden of this journey. But know this. History will not mark this as a failure. To all of Aralas, you are heroes. You have borne witness and returned with knowledge of great consequence. When Western Yukon rises again, it will be because of the groundwork you have laid upon us.
Dude, Cain, he's just been letting all the people who talk. And this whole time, especially getting this directly from the king, is extremely honored and will refuse to make eye contact and just stare at the feet.
Tar raises her hand to speak.
So you were acknowledged, but you were not given permission at this moment.
She will wait.
Your courage in the face of uncertainty and danger speaks volumes. The realm needs that strength, whether on the battlefield with us or elsewhere, as you see fit. Warlord pipes up again. If you wish to fight alongside our forces, I would gladly welcome you as brothers and sisters in arms. But if your path leads you away from the coming war, know that you'll leave with the blessing of Aralas. We respect what you've endured, and we trust whatever path you choose will be one of honor. The Queen says, your names will live in the halls of Aralasian history. Whether you fight beside us or forge your own ways, you will always have a home here. The king says in finality, now, go forth and carry this knowledge proudly. The kingdom of Aralas stands because of people like you. Our reward to you is only a token of what you truly deserve. The king looks at you curtly, Tar.
Tar bows her head as she begins to sign and attempts to speak as it's been instructed by Aslan to do. I have one simple, humble request upon you, Your Honor.
Speak
With-
your request.
With your privilege in your kingdom, I ask thee, as if a noble bloodline, to see the Phoenix Force and have us only made into the clan of Phoenix, as we are a family.
Made it official?
Ooh.
Yeah, like a noble house.
Like a
It's
house?
a clan.
Yeah, like a house,
Or
yeah.
a house, it don't matter.
Yezreel Selvarun. A Phoenix Force is an aptly name. From your past misfortunes, you were able to rise from the ashes and take this group to greater heights than it would have ever been imagined or expected of you. This is not an example of your leadership, but as your versatility and might of your entire group as a whole. I will let this be known. Your request is granted.
She,
Ooh.
she
Wow.
bows her head. She's like, I promise to buy a house here that will forever be our roots to your kingdom, our house, our clan, in your honor.
Ooh, Party
Yep.
HQ.
Now, we discussed terms of rewards when you had previously, before you had previously departed, and we will honor that. But there are some issues we need to discuss, Gladdek.
Oh?
There is a keep that is to the northwest of here, of Aralas,
Oh.
that is set in your party's name.
No fucking
Ooh.
way. We just get our own keep?
We have a keep, a fort. Ooh.
Now, Gladdek, it is up to you, and this will not ruffle any feathers, so to speak. But you need to decide what faction you are a part of.
Oh shit.
If
Oh.
anything were to come to pass, I don't want you to lose your territory if dwarves end up taking over. As this territory we are providing you is on the border of what Aralas and your kingdom share.
Well, I am deeply grateful for what you've given the Phoenix Force, but this is not a decision I can make at the moment. I need to return to the Dwarven Kingdom and meet with my nephew to determine how the Dwarven Kingdom moves forward with this newfound information. As you're well aware from my time here, boarding with you as I grew up, the Dwarven Kingdom tends to find out information significantly slower than the kingdom itself. But I need to know that the royal line of succession and the Dwarven Kingdom is in good hands before I can commit to anything else.
Now, Khazad Goran, we have made certain that they have known what is going on, at least in the terms of the world, and they will be updated immediately with this information that we have received today. We had said this verbally upon our first meeting when you departed to Western Utah initially. But I have this for you, Gladdek Earthforge.
Oh?
As he pulls out a letter and holds his hand out near his throne, waiting for you to come and grab it.
Oh shit.
Gladdek, based off the setting and everything, would grab it kind of the reasonable, like, not too quickly, but not too slow, kind of like that middle ground of...
As you grab the parcel, the king does not let go and looks you directly in the eye. I give you this with the utmost certainty that you can lead this kingdom. Use this in your election, and it will help you lead upon your ascension to the throne. Aralas, we back Gladdek Earthforge to be the next Dwarven king.
Oh my god.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
yo.
Dude, Cain literally gulps.
Yeah.
Do with this as you will. We will not be offended if you refuse. But just know, these do not be given out lightly.
I like
Now,
you.
for
You've
everyone
always-
else. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
I've always considered you a second father. You guys welcomed me in during my time learning customs of another kingdom, and I have been grateful for that ever since because it has given me a wider word for you. But that has also made it where deciding things like this takes significantly longer, because I know that it's not just my personal wants that I have to consider, but the wants of those that I serve.
It seems like you are already on your steps to become a great and noble leader. We do not lead our people. And I appreciate the sentiment, Gladdek. But I view you as a potential equal.
Damn, dude. Fuck.
Damn, that is heavy.
On to the exciting part. And the queen kind of seems like she's been fidgeting for a little bit, trying to wait for this moment to come. Now, all of you, please follow me and my honor guard to the treasury.
Yeah.
I'll look a little shocked. Honestly, just the recognition from royalty is enough of a reward, and Cain
gotta
completely
cancel.
forgot about the rest, and will confusedly step up and follow the rest of the party.
Yeah, Tar's following.
Yeah. Aslan's excited.
It seems that the royal honor guard is. They are significantly better built for combat. It seems that it is not easy to attain to this specific rank, and
Yeah.
their visages show that it almost as if you were to look at one of these sentinels in the light and know that they could probably take odds 100 to 1 and still become unscathed. They lead
They're
you.
sentinels.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They lead you to this magically sealed room, and it takes about 30 minutes to get through all the different magical barriers just to open them wide enough for the group to walk through. And those who are proficient, please give me a Arcana check.
Could someone check my character sheet to see if I'm proficient? I can't remember.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you.
Okay, I am proficient. I will do my best, y'all.
I forgot just how proficient I was.
That is a 14.
22.
Hold, please. Sorry, internet's being slow.
Okay.
You are not proficient.
No worries there.
Okay. So, Yezra, you got a 22?
Yes.
Okay. As everyone walks into this room, it's almost as if it's like a perfect cube from Seven Deadly Sins. It's nothing but something inside of this magically sealed box. It looks like the entire room is covered in some kind of illusion magic, but it precedes you. Aslan, you get no idea. That all you can tell that there is some potent magic around you. There is a pedestal with a single bag. The queen walks up and gives to Yezreel. There is a vault. There is a vault within your keep, and I recommend that you keep this bag there, as this is funding for your keep, a reward for yourselves. Do with it as you will. Now, this was not mentioned prior. If you are to assist us in the war efforts going forward, there will be more. I hate to make that come off as a bribe. I just want to let it be known that your efforts will be compensated.
Tar will sign to her as she'll try to speak. My Adamantian forge will be at your service, Queen, as she bows her head. Whatever my forge is called. Is it what was
Yeah.
the metal?
It's adamantite. Or is it mithril? I don't
Okay,
remember.
adamantite. One of them, yes.
I hope that you can share your creations with us, but I hope we can become more involved with your people as a whole.
These are my people now. And she just points to the group.
I understand. I apologize for my brashness.
Excuse my ignorance, but war with who?
We are going to conquer Western Utah.
Oh.
Shit!
Okay, I thought a war with Vecna, but I guess that's more our forte.
Well,
Well, now's the time if you think about it.
that is why we asked in our conversation. It is by no means a requirement on your end. You have done enough. But yes, conquering Western Utah will likely have encounters with Vecna. And that is why, Gladdek, part of the reason why our king wants you to become the next Dwarven king. We need their assistance in this war if we are going to succeed. I will see you all out. My honor guard will split and escort you out of the castle. Please, ask any of the Order of the Cloth, and you will have anything at your beck and call. Thank you for your service. I am so grateful.
Yezreel will bow. Thank you, Your Majesty. I can speak for all of us. We are grateful for your support as well.
Now, you all deserve a much-needed rest. If you wish, we can have you all flown to your keep. There are some rooms prepared, but you're going to have to furnish it yourselves.
Bar nods happily as she signs. I would love that. We still need to fetch my forge, but we would love that.
I understand. Just make sure you send by message what you plan to name this keep.
Oh my god.
And we will
I
have
love this.
and we will have
Sorry.
our cartographers mark it on the map as such.
Oh,
I
the
will see you all out.
possibilities.
Thank you.
I call dibs on the room near the kitchen.
Bar
Of
signs. I
course.
call blacksmithing spot.
Okay, in meta terms, you all need to keep track of this. It's in the bag of holding for now. You can keep it on your persons if you want, or if somebody wants to keep track of the bank. There is 10,000 gold for each of you.
Who wants to volunteer to be the bank? Because
I'll be the bank.
Do you want to be the bank?
We'll be the bank.
Because you're already the
Uh,
DJ.
There is 90,000 gold in this bag of holding.
Oh my fucking
Damn.
Christ.
Well,
So
there's-
90,000 in total, 10,000 for each.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's 9 people at the party or whatever. So
So 10,000 each.
Hey,
I can be the treasurer. I don't care.
We'll wait till we
Yeah.
get to the new
Yeah, well,
HQ to parse out the gold.
Yezreel kind of
Additionally,
hold on to the bag.
okay, that's just fine. Whoever is keeping track, just have it written down that we have 90,000. Now,
Okay.
this is something that I have never done as a DM. We're going to have some blueprint building parts of this session whenever you choose to, because you're going to have to build and furnish parts of this keep to personalize it.
fuck
Hey,
yeah.
DM, I have something. I'll be willing to buy it if you don't want to. But Matt Colville came out with his own.
Yeah,
thing.
strongholds and something.
Yes, strongholds and yes, that. So like if you want to, I can buy that for you if you want to try using those rules.
No, that's okay. There are
Okay,
some other
okay.
resources that were released as core content recently. I'm gonna see if I can't find that. As for right now, we're gonna play it by ear.
Okay,
And I realize we're not gonna have much time for that. But you just in summary, 90,000 gold and a keep that sits on the border of Christ.
I'm noting that. Keep.
Of Aralas and what's
Of Kazadoran.
Keep on border of. Can you spell that?
Yes.
It sounds like we're gonna finally get some downtime. Woo!
I know. I'm looking forward to the downtime.
Stopping.
Am I just dumb? Who's the 9th player? Or are we counting Gore?
Katie.
No, so
Yeah,
Katie
our
would be
fairy?
8. I think we're counting Hylar as number 9.
Whatever. I'm current players. You have 90,000 gold.
That's fair.
Okay.
Quick question. Okay. Oh, are those guards you were talking about, Tug? When you say sentinels, are you saying that they are like they're not men? They're like
they're not mechanical, but they seem like they're built
constructs?
as they seem like they are, of how heavily armored they are and how massive that they are, but you're unable to tell of their ethnicity because of how armored that they are. But
and
they
got Tar
appear.
inspired.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying they got Tar inspired to want to make with her mana and her blacksmithing to make mana sentinels. So I was just kind of curious.
I got you. Like, you're gonna have to do some more research, but as you know, they appear to be humanoid, but you have no physical indication of such.
That's gonna be one of her big goals on downtime. So cool. All right, thank you.
Quick question. Meta, this is for the whole table. Is everyone willing to donate 1,000 gold to a party fund?
I was going to bring that up.
Because that way everyone gets 8,000 gold and there's 9,000 gold for a party fund.
Well, there's 10,000 gold already since there's only 8 members that would be like a party fund. But if we donate more, that's more to the keep.
Gladdek would consider his share to be more of the party's share already because he should be getting a decent amount when he makes it back to the Dwarven Kingdom from his forge.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Gladdek, you said how much?
So how much do you want to donate then?
Because I'm keeping track, so I have 10k as a free fund for the keep.
Yeah, I would say all 90 of his because I want to say.
Oh. Dude, you should keep at least 1,000.
I have a note in here that I have I already have 3,000 gold on my person at the moment.
Gotcha.
And I have 17,000 at the forge.
So 20k keep fund.
So what's the 20k coming from? Outside.
Well, we each have 10k, but there's only 8 members, so there's already 10k. If Gladdek gives away all of his, that's 20k.
Gotcha.
That is free. Not. I'm just go ahead and saying everybody's got their 10k divided.
Okay. Wasn't it 9k, not 10?
No, it's 10. 90,000 in total. 10
90k is the total, but 10k from everyone. Plus Gladdek's extra is that puts it to 20 as a party fund.
Yeah, so that would be like our rent fund, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you were all escorted out of this castle, it's around mid-afternoon, maybe around 2 or 3. And festivities are still kind of happening. There is a town square that's not too far from the thoroughfare of the castle, where the crowd seems to have transitioned over to. There's a big party and celebration, food all around, and dancing. But aside from that, the capital city of Aralas is yours to explore.
What time of day is it?
It's around 3 o'clock.
All right.
So how did we get an idea of how in this the status of this keep? Is it in disrepair? Is it okay?
The only updates that you got is that it had been at least furnished to where you all have your own rooms, but they didn't say anything about a state of disrepair, so that's going to have to be
Okay.
off of assumptions on your part.
How,
But
how far away from the city is it that we're in?
well, let me see if I can't pull it up on the handy dandy world map.
Did we already get a name for the city that we're currently in?
Aralas.
Airline.
It's the name of
Aralas,
the
the
continent
capital.
and of the capital.
Okay, that was what was confusing me. I wasn't sure
Interesting.
if like Airlas was like also the name of the city. Okay.
I'm just getting an idea if Aslan's about to go blow all his 10K on a like Michelin star kitchen.
Yeah, dude. Yes, please. Dude,
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna say. I
ready.
think the mental image based off of how the queen described it is that it's like bare living conditions, like Castle Black.
Like
sort
it's
of,
a keep, but it's not like fancy yet.
yeah, like there. Think of it as like the bare minimum of like living standards. Like we show up, we can
Right.
survive, but it's not comfortable.
There's no
Okay,
holes in the
gotcha.
wall.
Can
It's basically.
Can you guys see my cursor?
Yeah.
I can't see, but that's okay.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm
So-
switching over streams.
So
Okay, go for it.
the capital city of Aralas is approximately right here, kind of near the docks. Okay.
Okay.
Your keep is kind of on the edge of the Ironclaw Mountains, on the border of
So-
Kazadoran.
It's like days away
Oh.
then.
Yeah, it's going to take you a minute, but you were offered a means of flight to get there.
Okay.
I have a question then. How close is this keep to my home village? Because it's on that border somewhere.
Your home village is actually south of Aralas.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me screen share one more time.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I need
it's
to
the
know
same
this.
question for
To
Okay.
refresh my memory.
So, all right. So Aralas is
You-
around right here.
hmm
Okay.
Aslan, your home tribe is they kind of move around a bit, but they're most at least
it-
put in they're most like typically where they migrate to is around in this general vicinity.
Yeah, that's where the grove is.
Yeah. And Tar, you were closer down here ish.
And where's
Okay.
me and Gladdek?
You guys are up here.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say
then
it should be
Gotcha.
on the border of our homeland.
I was
That's
about
right.
to say,
that's
where's mining den?
All right, so you would
So,
actually be kind of around here.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys
Okay.
are all from functionally different parts of Aralas.
Yeah, literally across the whole spectrum.
To give you an idea, and I'll go into more detail once we actually start exploring outside of the capital city because it's a different beast here. But imagine Aralas, like it's almost entirely southern Utah. Red
Okay.
rock, arches, and like all different kinds of cold desert environment.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the northern bits is it still has a lot of the weird rock formations, but the snow is as bad as a bad winter here.
Okay, so it's like it gets considerably higher up in elevation.
Yes, the mountains are huge. It is the second largest mountain range on the continent, matched only by Western Ucall and Ucall, which has the largest on the
In the
world map.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, real laddie. If I may be so forward, I think it's best if we spend a couple days here in Aralas before we make the trek to the keep. While I am looking forward to seeing what we've been given as a group, we're not going to be able to find much as far as furnishings and supplies once we get to the keep unless we want to trek inside the mountains into the Dwarven Empire. I think it's best if we make any purchases while we're here and have options and variety because it will be very limited after this.
Tar raises her hand.
Yes, Tar.
Well, we don't know what we're working with as she's signing. what room we have for furnishing. What if we make contact with the traders and create a line of trade and create orders that are delivered once we know what we're working with? And then I also need to get my wagon before we head to the keep.
Yezreel, because of your experience in dealing with royals in every sense of the word, you've had to act covertly as many different occupations to get information that you were requested of. In so, with a lot of people that are regarded highly in the royal family, transportation services for goods is a service that is offered to those of an upper echelon. So, the word is to simply ask and it shall be delivered. And those additional fees are typically covered by the Aralassian government.
Oh, they're just waived, basically?
Yeah. But if one of a lower caste were to have something delivered such a far distance, there would be a hefty sum charge.
But we're technically a noble house now, so haha.
I have a shopping list whenever we are on that point.
Yeah, DM,
Yeah, you
I
guys are
also
more or less Thanes. But because there are so many of you, that not all of you are given that title, but you are held in the same regard.
Tar's gonna look at Gladdek and sign, I would wish to speak to you about a project later in the day.
Hi, Lassie. I think I want to take care of this letter first, or at least peruse what it says. And I wanted to get some of the cactus ale before getting too engrossed with it, but I'd be happy to discuss specifics whenever you're available.
She nods happily and just says, "You just let me know when you're ready to talk."
Okay, so the way we're gonna do this,
Yes,
just
please.
for time's sake, because we're getting close to the end. Let's just
Close
go.
to the end?
Well, assuming that we don't stop, I'm just saying that like we're approaching that line that I was going to ask. So, Discord order. We're going to be spending what 3 days here? That sound good to everybody?
That sounds about right. Especially if we're trying to like have a mini shopping episode here with room decorating.
Okay. So, I'm going to go in order of Discord. You go ahead and tell me what you would like to do. If there is anything important or significant that needs to be RP'd, I will do so, or if you need to have character conversations, say that. But we're going to try to expedite this process.
Okay.
So, like I said, if there's anything RP you would like to do, I will not stop you from doing it, but any shopping, unless if there is something significant, will be skipped in RP.
Gotcha.
Okay. Aslan.
So I would like to see if there's any type of fridges here, if that is a technology they have.
Like an ice chest?
Absolutely, there is.
Like a freezer room, like a,
So, you can go find. I'm not going to make you roll investigation because of how much renown you guys have. You can be pointed in any direction upon just a simple question. You're able to find yourselves to. It seems to be a larger warehouse of sorts of food distribution. But you go up to the main office and you're greeted with a couple of different options. Now, you're not going to be getting like 10 more fridges or anything, right? But like there is such inventions that is canon in my world called a bag of colding.
Nice.
I love that.
It doesn't have the same capacity as a bag of holding, but it keeps things cold. But there are like ice boxes and stuff that can be delivered, of course, with a healthier sum of gold, as well as you can buy arcane stoves that react with a specific spell rune that allows you to control temperatures on burners and inside. But you can basically get a royal kitchen set which is complete
Yeah,
with a whole
I'll take all
kitchen.
of it.
It's going to cost you around 3,000 gold.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the finest they have of all of that.
It will take them about a month to create all of the equipment and have it delivered and installed. But
Okay,
3,000 gold.
all right. That's going to come out of my personal inventory then. Well, after that, I'd like next thing on the list is a servant or two of like some cooking help.
Nice.
I'll leave the maids and butlers up to Yezreel or the rest of the group, but as for like cooking wenches.
You're going to have to talk with the royal stewards at the castle. There may already be some in employ.
Ah, he'll do that exactly then. Outside of that, for the only other thing he was going to do, he wanted to set up like a monthly delivery of like fresh produce and vegetables to the keep.
Oh.
Like
Dude,
spices
I
and meat.
love
Like
you
he wanted
guys.
like a monthly subscription of like the finest spices and venison and meat.
You were referred to the Hunters Guild, which is kind of on the southern outskirts of the capital city. They have like specific gatherers and hunters that procure a lot of meat that you can get directly from the source. And while you can set up a contract with that guild that they can have their adventurers hand deliver fresh killed and gathered produce.
He'll set that up for every month or two, whatever sounds like a reasonable time period for the meat to last and the coolant.
Who is going to be the treasurer again?
Me.
Okay. All right. 50 gold a month, and you will have fresh vegetables, fruits, and meats.
50
There may
gold
be
a
a
month.
surcharge if you have specific requests, but it'll be whatever they're able to capture, collect, and or kill.
Awesome. 5-star royal chef cracking his knuckles as we speak.
Nice.
Okay.
And then just the servants will be last.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do RP wise or explore any parts of the city?
Wait, how much for the servants?
He was told that he has to talk with the royal steward at the castle because they may already be in employ. Of course,
Gotcha.
if you come across anyone in your travels, you can offer them a salary rate and they can come work for you. But you'll have to come across that in your travels.
I kind of want to try to get back in touch with my old master of cooking, Dwalin, to see if he would come and cook in the keep with me.
You were unsure of his whereabouts. He had traveled to Aralas sometime after you did, but as you ask around, nobody has seemed to hear about or know the whereabouts of your master.
Okay, for now he'll go to the castle to ask for a servant.
And you were told that there is a staff of about 10 Order of the Cloth members who are trained specifically in fine dining and pristine cleaning. Of course, more can be provided, but 10 should be enough for the size of keep that you possess.
Sure, he'll take the 10.
But they should already have their currently keeping residence within your keep.
Oh, okay, cool. I think that's it. I'll save any actual RP for later.
Okay, Adrona. Cain, you're on deck.
Alrighty.
So Adrona's not going to really have much specifically that she wants to do. She's more or less just going to take the time to relax and just kind of explore the city.
Okay. When you're exploring, is there anything that Adrona is particularly interested in?
Not immediately, anyways.
Let me describe kind of what Aralas is all about. It's very much a desert oasis, or at least a manufactured oasis. It's almost as if it's like a resort, but city, right? Everything is pristine. There's very little homelessness, and usually you'll just find that outside of bars or outside of gambling dens. Um, there are domesticated dinosaurs, as dinosaurs are inhabit this continent. Some are domesticated. There are warning signs that are posted near dangerous creatures, um, and like I said, Aralas is very well known for its extraordinary spices and exotic flavors.
So while she's exploring, she will go ahead and try to find a bar so she can go get drunk with
Oh
some
shit.
alcohol.
Okay, you find yourself at the at the
Let's hear it, DM.
I had a name. I had a name.
Let's hear
Oh,
it.
the Copper Drum.
Sure.
It's kind of a party bar at night, but during the day, it's more of a diner that serves like fragrant, um, hearty dishes a with a Aralassian staple drink, a cactus ale. They take the juice of a cactus and infuse it with cactus apple. It's very sweet and has a very nice bite at the end.
She will go ahead and get one of those to drink.
It's pleasant. It takes you by surprise how smoothly it goes down. There are entire like um, plants that have been created to specifically manufacture cactus ale. It's one of the cash cows within Aralas, and you can definitely taste the such. Very high quality stuff and at a reasonable price. But of course, you are not charged.
So she'll just enjoy that one drink and then go back to exploring.
Yeah, as you're going through the bar, and you kind of expect a rowdier crowd, but it's people are generally pretty nice here. People don't really have a reason to be upset, especially with the mirth and seeing a member of this honorable adventuring party. You're met with just warm smiles and greetings and awe from children who have never seen a fairy before.
I'll stop and play with the children for a little bit.
And they have a hell of a time. It starts getting a little rowdy when some of the Dilos start running around and try to chase you. Not sure if you're actually like prey trying to escape from them, or it borders that line of play and aggression that some animals seem to have. But
Okay, she'll decide that that's enough and kind of just go back to the keep then.
okay, awesome. All right, Cain, Dahlia, you're on deck.
All right, so I'm thinking that like I want to try and spend about 500 to 750 golds worth of like bed frame, dresser, like a chest, and some furnishing to like take with me to the keep.
Yeah.
The idea is I'm trying to like buy furniture that that like sort of like looks like it's made from just outdoorsy type material, but like
Okay.
it's manufactured. You know what I'm saying?
Now, because we're not in your hometown, we don't get a lot of that same like hardy wood carved like natural like bits of furniture because that's a resource that's pretty finite here. You are able to find some pretty intricately carved pieces, and one of the other resources that Aralas is able to produce is silk, from farmed from a couple of spider farms and such. Um, so a very durable material, but very soft. Will keep you with a hot sweat throughout the night, but will keep you cool during the hottest days.
Um, so outside of that, I'll say that like you know, Cain is going to take some time to sort of revel in his sort of recognition of being a hero. especially like it's one thing for like people of Erlast to like acknowledge him, but it's also another for the monarchs too. So he'll just kind of take some time to sort of like, like revel in that, but that'll be it for me.
So there is one thing that you see, and you are able to spend that. I'll call it 700 gold.
Okay.
Just for uh bits and bobs of furniture that you're unsure if the keep has or not. Um, but upon watching and admiring, and appreciating the admiration that you're getting, there is an alleyway that you pass by with a kind of a young child with tattered clothing that is just being pummeled on. It seems like some bullying from like maybe a couple 13 or so year olds, early teens.
I'll just stop in the middle of the alleyway and take a couple steps forward to see if they recognize like that someone's entered the scene. And when they don't, I'll just say, "Hey!" And I'll just like go into a rage, and my muscles will sort of flex, and like the wife beater that I wear will become more taut upon my chest.
The teens kind of look over and fall on their asses and like kind of scurry away as the child that was being beat on, you see just like completely bludgeoned like in the face, like with a mask that's laid on the ground, and a child of the same age that's he was protecting.
Oh,
Cain will like almost be moved to the signature single tear, but he'll be able to compose himself just at the last moment before it can fall. And I just look down at the young boy and smile. You're on the right path. And I'll just sort of like help him up as well as the other kid that he was protecting.
He shrugs it off and stands up straight as he can with a couple of like whimpers, but he looks at you as straight as he can. I will protect this world.
Yeah, and so Tane will just like kind of look at him and just sort of like nod and help him along.
He can't help but cry a bit, but he
back,
follows
sorry.
you. I'm gonna go on to Dahlia. All right, Dahlia with Gladdek on deck.
Okay. You said Aralast is a pretty like thriving city.
Oh yeah, like
And real quick, how do you spell Aralast?
AIROLAS. Airolass.
AIRLO. I'm sorry.
AIROLAS.
LAS. Okay, perfect. That is what I needed. So, Dahlia has spent a little bit of time writing just a quick note to home, and she would like to find some place that she can go to send that on its way.
Yeah. It's not uncommon to see couriers running about, and you're able to catch one.
Perfect, as she does. She does it quite abruptly. Like as she sees this carrier like running around, she will like grab him by the arm and like spin him on the spot, so that way they're face to face.
He looks a bit scared at first, but then quickly does the claw to the head and bows.
And please, you're fine. I didn't mean to startle you. I did, but how quickly can you? And shit, I forgot the name of my own town. No, I remember
It should be
No,
in
I don't.
Discord, I think. Hold on.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right. Let me go to Discord. See.
No, hold on. I have it saved on a Word document. Hold up.
Thought I did too. I know it was something cool too. Damn it.
This is so much fun.
Okay, like the information, like the name, I guess is really just for more like RP's sake. But she asked him how quickly he could get a note to her hometown.
Yeah. Well, I'm a ranger. And I have boots of speed. I can get there as quickly as I can. I have a couple of contacts that can get me quicker travel and mount. Let's see here. In Hedvigel, right?
Yes.
Wait, no. That's the wrong one. Ashenvrel.
Ashenvrel, that's what it was.
Yeah. I have a couple of contacts that can get me there as quick as possible. Maybe a few days? 3 days? 4 days?
Perfect. It's very important when you get there.
They're pretty territorial, though. Dahlia is the name, correct?
Yes.
May I have some proof that I can show to know it came from you?
She reaches kind of under her God, what was the fucking armor that Gladdek made? The breastplate of dragon. Like, so she kind of reaches underneath her breastplate and pulls out a necklace that has the family crest on it and hands it to him.
I will protect this with my life, and if I were to die, there are other couriers that will follow my path.
Perfect. You need to be sure to hand that directly into the leader's hands. Nobody else's.
Okay, I will make sure that that's done. It's... Hold on, that's... I have the name here, Rethsor Drakon, right?
That sounds correct.
Yeah. I'll see that he gets your message. Just, you don't have to say, like, entirely, but what's the idea you want to convey?
I actually have it written out that I can send to you.
Yes. Discord DM, please.
Wow, look at you.
Okay. After you send that, anything else you want to have done?
Other than like find some place that she can get her axe like really tailored up, taken care of, sharpened, oiled, the works.
Yeah, you go off to a blacksmith, and because of your renown, you are immediately recognized. The crimson a twinge to your scales, and the iconic axe. The blacksmiths drool for a moment. You travel with Gladdek Earthforge, and one of the armor clad, correct?
course, as she puts her hands on her hips, we are Phoenix Force. Don't you know that?
I do now. But I
She's like, wait, I'm sorry, maybe.
I refuse to work on such a weapon when you have masters within your ranks. I will see what I can provide for you otherwise, but I don't want to mess up such masterful craftsmanship.
Can I ask you, how long have you been a blacksmith?
I took over the forge when the dragon attacked that you all helped with prior. So I took up the craft about 5 years ago, and I now own this facility.
Has it been doing well here?
Sure. Everybody's eager to follow in the might of our heroes to come.
So then why wouldn't I want my weapon worked on by somebody who is skilled?
I don't mean any disrespect. I just mean you know what? I will do what I can. I just don't want to dishonor your party members.
Don't worry about dishonor, because it would do me a great honor if you would do this for me. And in fact, I'll pay you double, because I'm going to send another one down to you that I want worked on just as well.
Well, can I be upfront and honest with you?
No.
Very well. I will send a parcel to your keep then.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
He tries his damnedest. He takes out his diamond grind wheel, and he sharpens. It gets to a point, and this axe has seen many a battle, and the chips are like scars that are almost honored and almost make it deal more damage, or at least feels that way as it tears and gnashes through enemies when it gets stuck. But it does get sharpened. You're not going to get a whole lot of extra benefit out of it. I'll say that you can have a +1 to damage rolls for the next 3 combats. You're just going to have to take notes of that.
Thank you.
But if you want more permanent upgrades to the weapon, you're going to have to talk with somebody with more experience. He does say as you're about to leave, my team and I would like to work at your keep.
That's the attitude I was looking for.
We realize that we are inexperienced and compared to your own party members, but we wish to learn their arts. We wish to learn. We wish to master our own, so we might provide at least an easier adventure for all of you. Please consider.
I'm sure the answer would be a resounding yes. Why? It's one of my greatest joys, teaching people to better themselves, better craft themselves. I will converse it, and then I will let you know after you finish my friend's axe as well.
Aye. So Gore's with you then?
She's going to send Gore's axe down to him.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
Currently, at the present time, no.
Okay. All right. So we have Gladdek and Tar on deck.
Okay. First and foremost, Gladdek is going to head to, what is it? The copper.
The copper drum.
The copper drum, and he's going to post up in one of the corner sort of tables there to read this letter.
Okay, you catch a drone on the way out, and she seems to be like transfixed on the landscape around, just trying to explore. But you're able to find a table, and it's not very busy at the moment. You're able to find a secluded booth in the back, and waiter comes up, What can I get for you?
Well, laddie, I definitely could use one of those cactus ales.
Yeah, I think the ones from the copper drum taste the best, merely because of the copper vessels.
Well, they do help.
It's almost like a mule. I didn't really describe that earlier, but like at least the fancified version of a cactus ale is served as more of a mule. The To have the just pure cactus ale doesn't taste as refined, but has a stronger bite to it. But the one that is served here is definitely a more like elevated version of it.
Perfect.
It seems that all the different bars and restaurants here have their own take. But you're brought a pint and a chilled copper chalice.
Perfect.
All right, you know where to find me if you need any more.
Aye, laddie.
And people seem to give you a bit of a wide berth, either drinking away sorrows that they may or may not have, or just eating their food. But you're far enough away to where you wouldn't have any prying eyes reading this. Now you're gonna have to forgive me. I usually have this kind of thing written out, but I don't. But I'll convey the general message if that's all right with you.
Yeah, honestly, that's all Gladdek is really looking at.
Okay, so it has the signed sealed stamp of the royal family, it like crested in a blood red seal. You break the seal and open it up, and it basically addresses to the Kazgaran officials, whether it be the current king or whether it be the um, the representatives in the court or in the electoral office. It has a more democratic feel in this dwarven government versus um, uh, the more monarchy that Aralas is currently built on. It basically just says that their vote for the next ascension of the throne should belong to the Earthforgian family, specifically to Gladdek Earthforge, and that stronger ties of a more unified allyship will be commencing if that were to take forward. Like, because they're allies, but they're more neutral than anything. They don't bother each other. They do trade with each other, but they're not hostile or particularly friendly towards each other. But this letter more or less promises a stronger allied unity if you were to become king.
Oh. Always the meddler, this my good friend. You know better than most that the Dwarven Kingdom is based off a passing of the scepter and not a democracy. You trying to meddle in our lineage could be just as harmful as an usurper sort of approach. Although I do appreciate your support. Is there a candle on the table?
There can be, absolutely.
As he takes a swig from his mug, he will set the letter over the candle and watch it burn.
Okay.
In his mindsets, if he's going to do this, it needs to be from him, not from some outside force.
Yeah, I think that would honestly be respected. But I appreciate the the commitment. That's awesome. Is there anything else Gladdek would like to do?
Is he muted?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I was like watching the hands, and I was like,
Yeah, I actually had this fantastic monologue while I was muted.
You bet.
The other thing Gladdek would be interested in is kind of continuing down his line of cleric stuff that he had kind of already researched. So looking into some specific items in town if you can find them. Specifically, he's looking for either the necklace of prayer beads, the tome of understanding, the amulet of the devout, or the book of exalted deeds. Whether or not he can find those here in town is kind of, whatever.
So you're able to find an amulet of the devout. If I remember correctly, 1 second. Okay. Okay, yeah, you're able to find an amulet of the devout. However, you're going to, when you attune to the item, it's like a more direct communion with Morden. There are some others that are already attuned to a specific god, but you're able to find a very rare that is untouched, although it will be pretty expensive. The shopkeep says about 2,500 gold.
Yeah, that's doable. For 2,500, easy. Yep. He will
agree
pitch
that?
purchase one. Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
then the only other thing for Gladdek would be seeing if he can find any information on a better material to mix with the Earthforgian steel to kind of achieve that sort of mirror shield vibe that he's going for.
Okay. You're able to find it's a sector of the Explorers Guild. It's almost like an archaeology section of the Explorers Guild. It's very there's maybe 2 or 3 people that actually work there. And when you ask, actually, go ahead and just ask in character. We'll RP this one
out. Where am I at? Am I at like a library or a...
So you're at the Explorers Guild. There's a few adventurers that are trying to share in findings. People that are inspecting like scat to try to understand like migration patterns and trying to find where hibernation spots may be on some of the mammals that reside within the continent. But you're able to go within this cove, alcove within the Explorers Guild. Like I said, it's not a lot, but you're able to find like ancient fossils of like these beastly dragons. It's tough. There's only bits and parts of them, but you're able to talk to the lead archaeologist.
Lottie, I hate to be a burden because I'm sure you have plenty of material to peruse, but I was wondering if you may have encountered a material that has sort of a reflective property to it. Essentially, what I'm striving to do is combine a material with the Earthforgian steel to kind of strengthen it and give it the ability to sort of take in elemental energies and reflect it back.
Those are the kinds of questions that we need asked around here. As he looks over to his associates, finding out the intricacies that intermingle with their own material and magical properties within themselves. I don't understand why this isn't such a. I'm getting ahead of myself. You are the one who has been forging all of the Earthforgian steel that's been made, correct? Gladdek, right?
Aye.
It is an honor. I could care less about what you did in that shithole to the east, but I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Well,
There is a form of infused quartz that I have yet to figure out how to mine without breaking. I don't know what qualities it has, but it matches the descriptions of what I theorize it could be. But it is an undiscovered material because no one can harvest it without breaking it. So, you're going to have to discover another material, Mr. Earthforge.
well, I thank you. I guess the next question would be, where is this dig site, and what methods have you already tried? Because I feel there's probably something. It's not an obvious solution on how to pull this out if you guys are still struggling.
It's a conundrum, Mr. Earthforge. It is so delicate but durable. It doesn't. You can't just use a fine tuning tool to excavate it properly. You need force, but when applied force, it breaks. Regardless, there was a site found maybe southwest. It's typically where the Crimson Tongue family resides, but our people have a hard time getting access into their sacred areas.
Well, I think luckily for me, I have a friend that might be able to get me where I need to go. And I thank you for your time. I think the solution might lie in the location it's in. But I'll have to test the theory when we get there.
Best of luck to you, but to at least give you some advice. We tried using explosives. We've tried using magically enhanced in several different schools of magic tools to excavate it. We have tried simply removing by pure force, tying Bronchiosaurus with rope and pulleys to just yank it out of the ground, and it simply just injured the Brontosaurus.
Well, in my experience, when you come across something that you can't move by force, you have to find another way to sort of move it. Typically, you use diplomacy and ease it into a better position. And in this case, if we're talking about something close to the draconic tribes, it may require a little bit of heat.
He rolls his eyes dramatically and then stares daggers at his apprentices for not thinking of such, and keeps staring daggers until they start writing notes.
Because if this material is potentially compatible with Earthforging steel, we're going to hope that it can handle a bit of heat so that it can be merged with the other components. Whether or not my theory holds will be determined once we get out there, but I feel that the connection to the land it comes from and just the nature of things and how coincidences tend to line up.
So, I have a request then. You seem to be more knowledgeable with these finite things and more experienced. Bring me what you find, or at least some, and some research notes. And I'll see if I can't figure out any other properties that you may have overlooked. I'll pay you
Gladly,
handsomely.
gladly, laddie. The only reason why the Earthforging steel wasn't made more publicly available was it was a very finite amount of material. So if this quartz tends to be more prolific, it should be easier to spread the wealth, as they say.
Oh, let me make one thing clear. I know that you said you might want to coerce it out with other means. But if you try force, prepare for the recoil.
Well, at least it seems like one property is exactly what I'm looking for. I thank you for
Is there
your
any?
time.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to do?
No, that was 100% all the things that I had on my list for downtime.
Great. Tar and then Yezreel at the rear.
Awesome. Tar is gonna first head to the blacksmithing guild or whatever.
Okay.
She's going in there to get registered as a blacksmith for the keep.
Oh yeah, like
And as the house noble brand.
yeah. You're able to like it's no problem, and typically there's like an entry like exam or at least practical application that you would have
She'll
to
use her bow.
complete. But you show your own creations, and it's enough to you are very much recognized not only for your valor and acolytes, but also your craftsmanship. Like you have full access to the guild.
Perfect. She takes her information and then she lets them know that she's looking to build up a workshop, not just she has her anvil, but like an actual workshop to build more than just weapons with like a pulley system and all of that. And she's basically asking that once she knows her dimensions of her workshop and so forth, she would like to order enough supplies and people to come build her workshop.
You were told that like it will take some time to manufacture specific sizes and get specific material.
She nods.
But for the cost of 75 gold a month, you can recruit some employees to work in this, and an additional 25 for additional resources. So 100 gold in total a month.
She'll give the 100 gold for now because she'll tell them that she'll only need blacksmith assistance for a time being. So she'll definitely start paying that gold. She'll actually give them 400 gold for 4 months in advance.
Okay, we will send word via courier if
Harpendale?
to what?
I don't think I've ever had her. Oh, sorry. I thought I was muted.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, we will send word via courier. 4 months time to renegotiate contracts, but that should be reasonable enough.
She nods, and then she's gonna head to an enchantment store,
Okay.
and she's gonna lay down the broken longsword and sign, "I'm looking for some of your top tier enchantments."
What kind of enchantments are you looking for?
What top tier enchantments does she have?
I'm just gonna like it's gonna be like it could be a huge variety of things. Just tell me what you want, and I'll see what I can do. Like we can make it a +1, 2, or 3 weapon. We can make it like have a fiery like type of effect, or like There are several different enchanted effects. You just have to say which
Are
one.
there any gravity-based enchantment effects? Because so far she's feeling that her mana affinity is becoming gravity.
Can you DM me in Discord your idea, and I will look up some options.
Yeah, she'll give the sword to her, and I'll do that later. And when I get home or something, and she'll be like, "This is our keep. Just deliver it to me when you have an enchantment that it's my need," and she'll leave.
I will set a list of instructions. It's relatively simple to apply an enchantment. It's more about creating the enchantment, which is the hard part. We will reach out. But yes, if you can DM me that, I would greatly appreciate it.
Perfect. And then she is going to look for the nearest adoption center.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Like adoption in what regard?
Children.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. You are greeted with like complete awe as like children from the orphanage are like surrounding you and almost in reverence.
She just waves at them and smiles with her robotic mouth.
One of the caretakers kind of walk out and are just smiling, just seeing like the joy. And then she looks at you. I heard word not too long ago, maybe 20 minutes. Are you part of the Phoenix Force?
She like does her armor clad type salute and goes, "Yes, I am a Pouch Phoenix."
Well, my apologies. As she puts one hand up over her head and bows.
She puts her hands like, no worry, as she signs.
What can I do for you?
I am looking to adopt 2 young siblings, preferably a brother and a sister, if possible.
You see the kids kind of like get super excited, and a couple of the housemaids kind of shoo them off as she welcomes you inside.
She follows.
No. And she sits you at a very nicely furnished living room.
She
Offers.
compliments her decor.
Oh, thank you. We try to keep it clean and tidy. Obviously, being humble, it's pristine in here. But I hope not to come off as rude. But I feel a sense of responsibility to ask, how are you going to take care of children? You're a renowned adventurer.
I have come into acquiration of a keep. It will be looking to change the lives of 2 siblings. They will not always be with me, but they will be taught in my ways to have a better life.
I understand. Well, absolutely. I mean, I will have the kids all meet with you individually, and you can decide from the lot.
Siblings, preferable if possible. As she bows her head as she walks out to where she was designated to go.
Let me give a small, maybe warning is the wrong word. A lot of these children went through travesty. Most of their parents were killed in the dragon attacks that your party helped us with before you went off to Western Utah. And that's a very fresh wound that a lot of them currently face.
I will help them reforge themselves and find themselves as talented ceremonial blacksmithers and warriors. And then they can choose their fate from there.
All right. And then, so how I'm going to do this? You don't need to create character sheets.
So,
I want you to build these characters, like,
Sure.
like a description of their personality, what they look like, and their age,
I can do that.
and then
Sure.
I can RP them from there. You don't have to get this done tonight, but because they are going to be intricately tied to your character, I want you to have the say on like who they are and what like their personalities are. You know.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anything
And
else?
then, anything else? Not that she can currently think of that day. She's gonna go now look for Gladdek to talk to him about her inspiration that has been born from the centuries of the palace.
Yeah, you catch Gladdek exiting the Explorers Guild, kind of meandering through town and getting greeted by some townsfolk that were super stoked to see Gladdek, and you end up meeting up.
She waves at him as she starts walking towards him.
Oh, aye, lassie. I take it's ready for that discussion you mentioned earlier. May I recommend
If
the?
you're ready.
I am indeed. May I recommend a cactus ale to mull the topic over with?
She smiles as like her bottom jaw down is still mechanical, so like top teeth are normal, get Yankee teeth, but bottom is very metally, along with her tongue as she goes, that sounds lovely, never had, as she signs.
You're a bit far from the Copper Drum, but there is another bar nearby named Apple of Your Eye, and
Perfect.
it's still like maybe around 4 or 5 people are starting to roll in, but it's not super busy.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, she'll find her. She is looking for a corner, a table that's away from prying ears.
You're able to procure a booth, not a booth, like a private room. And you were brought a complimentary drink out of respect from the bartenders, due to you both being local heroes. This version of the cactus apple ale, it's spiced, so like it's infused with a couple of different spices found within Aralas, and it has like it kind of burns going down, but is so aromatic that like you taste it like several minutes after you drink it.
She smiles at the taste, kind of reminding her of the tea from her clan.
Very similar.
This
is maybe a bit more savory than the last one you had, Gladdek.
This might actually be my preferred method of the cactus ale. It has a nice warming feeling, which is great whenever you're deep in the mines.
Seems like it would be fine.
Ah, I got sidetracked, lassie. Go ahead. You're the one that had something you wanted to discuss.
1 second, I need to do my inhaler. Give me 1 second. Okay. She goes, I'm thinking of building something that is not only the beginning of my legacy as a blacksmith, but maybe yours, and along with the House of Phoenix. I would like to make, if we can find ores of my people, what's it called again?
Adamantine?
Adamantine. I would like to make, using my mana, I think we could make sentries that would protect our home and be the legacy of our blacksmithing. Gladdek, and I would wish for you to be part of that legacy.
Well, Lassie, I'm always happy to help, but I think I may be more in the structural aspect of this design. Obviously, as he kind of like looks down at his hands, the sort of concept of mana still seems to escape me. I mean, magic in general is a little bit more aloof.
She nods to this.
The communion with Moradin is temperamental at best, so I'm happy to build and form the metal to form said bodies, but I think as far as my assistance can go, that's all I can promise.
I ask for your foundation building along with my ceremonial building and my mana. We could... She's trying to form the word, getting a little frustrated with her vocal cords as her hand kind of slams down the table as she goes, Scrap! And that's like the first like true vocal word that she has said with her vocal cords. As she just takes a deep breath. Sorry, as she bows her head. We build together. With my mana, we bring to life. I ask you this.
Like I already said, Lassie, I am always here to help. There are a few things that I know that I need to take care of before I can fully commit to a task of this size, but when we have established ourselves at the keep and have figured out our next way forward, I am more than willing to devote time to this.
She smiles as she nods. I may be looking to build a tower for blacksmithing on the keep, or at least a workshop big enough. When you are ready, we can start. I know where the ores of my family are, but it is not something that we may not be given access to, and we may have to take for ourselves. I don't know. I do not know if I ever will see my clan, my former clan again, and how they will treat me. But this is my legacy. This is my house. And I will make something that will protect it for the end of time.
There's sort of a pensive moment for Gladdek. Well, Lassie, I was already planning a trip south with Dahlia to potentially find a new element for forging. So, a pit stop off to your clan would be an easy order to make on that trip.
You kind of see anxiety kind of fill her eyes for a second as she goes, I would appreciate it if you were to come with me. Anyone who'd be willing. And I still need to go get my toka and my wagon with my adamantine anvil.
Oh, indeed, Lassie. I'm not saying we go now. I think it's definitely worth establishing ourselves at the keep and conversing as a party on what we want to do moving forward, so that we're all on the same page. Because there may be more that want to travel south with us, but we don't want to make commitments without knowing where everybody else is going to be.
No, it's a little too happily and excited as it goes kind of quick. As she goes, I also have not told anyone else of the House Phoenix, but I wish to let you know. I am adopting 2 children to train in the way of my ceremonial blacksmithing and to be assistants in blacksmithing along with warriors of our house. I would be honored if you could help guide them as much as I do when it comes to blacksmithing.
As Gladdek's taking a sip of his ale, you'll see one of his eyebrows kind of raise up. Well, Lassie, I'm not necessarily one for taking on responsibilities of such magnitude. I mean,
No.
raising Cain is a task on its own. I mean, you've seen how he acts in public, so
He laughs like a mute person would laugh. Not very pretty.
but I'm always happy
No.
to pass whatever wisdom I can on to those around me.
Simply that. I'm not asking you to train them. That is my responsibility. Just simply your knowledge, if it ever comes to be.
I'm gonna say meta-wise.
Yes.
A task like this is going to take some time and very difficult checks.
Yes.
With having a blacksmithing team that Dahlia procured for you, as well as the materials that are being provided, you can at least make a few different models, so to speak. But this is even if you get all successful rolls that I give you, it's still going to take quite some time to make this a functional, errorless thing.
Yeah, I figured
Oh,
it was
absolutely.
a minimum of like a 6-month project, and that's like best case
Yeah.
scenario.
Right. I just wanted to I'm absolutely down to RP this and have your apprentices and blacksmithies working while you're adventuring. And while you were there guiding their hand, there will be lower DCs and expedited time frames. But
Sure.
this is still going to be a pretty large project. But it is within your grasp.
She is gonna try to hope to gain access to ore from her clan, her previous clan, or if she's gotta be sneaky, she'll be sneaky. But she would definitely want to make one of the sentries with adamantine. If she can make all of them, then great. But at least one.
I looked it up. It's mithril.
Mithril, thank you.
Yeah. It still a powerful material, but not as powerful as adamantine.
I mean, whatever she can get her hands on, one or the other.
Right. Okay. But, anything else you want to do, Tar?
Nope. I think for this session and for this one day, I mean, I have a few more errands I'd like her run within the 3 days, but for this session, now she's good.
Sure. We'll finish up shopping just because we're getting to the end now.
Okay.
We'll finish that at the start of the next session. But we'll wrap up here with Yezreel. We'll end out the session and start favorite parts. Call it quits. Sound good to everybody?
Yepers.
Sure.
Okay. Yezreel, bring us home. What do you want to do?
Alright. Firstly, Ezreal wants to go to one of the nicer furniture shops that has the sagewood.
Okay, nice call to your backstory. You can absolutely find some sagewood furniture.
So, kind of that's where some of the nicer places are with that.
It's interesting because sagewood is finitely crafted, and a lot of the royal family uses it, but it's typically not sought out by the common man. So, it's not considered top of the line as far as products go. So you have to go further down into the districts to find a shop that has a good selection for you, because most of the other shops will have only the fanciest pieces, but only very particular sets, but none for casual use, or it's more ornate what they sell. But you're able to find a shop that it is their speciality, and they look at you with almost a certain amount of relief, not just because you are the leader of this newly found out about Phoenix Force, at least the name, but you're also an elf. There seems to be some, at least kind of a racial glance that's given to you, and you're judged based off of that, and it's in a good way. So, what can I do for you, Yezreel?
Selvarun.
Ah, Selvarun. Okay.
Ah, yes, I am looking for some pieces of furniture to furnish my new place. And seeing if you guys have any like nightstands or bed frames made out of the good old sagewood from Sabil. Or Salbai. Sorry, Salbai. Salbai.
Well, of course. That's where we source all of our material from. Naturally. Uh, it can be a bit dicey going between the two different factions within manufacturing and procuring the sagewood, but hey, we were able to strike a deal, which is why we have the most reasonable prices within Aralas.
Oh, I'm well aware. Actually, where I'm from.
Oh, a breath of
You're
relief
okay.
is let loose. Uh, absolutely. Now, um, what are you furnishing?
Just my bedroom.
Okay, just a full bedroom set then.
Yep, just a full bedroom set with nightstand, nice bed frame.
How big of a room?
Not
I,
quite. But
I guess
I've,
I don't know where you live or what. I hate to
I,
pry, but I need to know.
oh no, not a problem. Um, yeah, I've just come under ownership of a new keep, so the room's going to be fairly large, I assume.
Oh, well then you need more than just a bedroom set. You need to be set up with all furniture throughout every living space.
All right.
You can't invite royal guests over to this keep of yours and expect them to sit on the floor, can you?
Oh, as humorous as that might sound, yeah, probably not the best.
Okay. So, and granted, it'll take some time and persuasion on my end, but hey, I've got ties in with the thieves deal, and it seems that you might as well.
Israel doesn't confirm or deny anything with it.
Heard loud and clear. Okay. I'll see what I can do. I'll get you a reasonable price. And I'll send you a quote once everything is built. But I'll ballpark around 10,000 gold to furnish your keep.
Sorry, I cut out a little bit. What was that?
It'll take some time to procure material and build everything, but it'll cost around 10,000 gold to furnish the entire keep.
Okay. I'll give you a bit of a prepayment of 1,000. 1,000 gold, just so that way you have some. Or would you need a bit more?
You know what? I'm not sure the last time you were at Sailby, but manufacturing and costs would go down significantly if you could get those two numbskulls to work together more efficiently. Do that, I'll reduce your price and expedite the shipping.
I'll see what I can do. And
But if not, it might take a few months and 10,000 gold. Sound good?
sounds good. I'll see what I can do about those named numbskulls. And if you're able to, you do not have to, but if you're able to, send word to the Self-Run family there that I have returned and I am safe.
I can do that while my couriers are in town. But just so we are on the same page, I need you to speak with Elkanah and Kohath.
I will do. Where are they?
Oh, so this was a part of your backstory.
Oh, yes.
One is the head of lumbering operations, and the other is processing and distribution.
That's right. Okana Soha. Yes. I forgot the names.
No, you did.
Okay.
But you can keep your 1,000 gold up front if you agree to honor that request.
I will do that. Thank you for your help.
Oh, thank you for your patronage. Is there anything else that you want to do?
Next thing I want to look to is getting a teleportation room for the keep.
I privately DM'd Evan about this. That is something that can be done, but it's going to be very difficult, and it's not a service that is currently provided within Aralas.
Okay.
It's possible, but it may have to be something that is commissioned from a very high level wizard or sorcerer.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can cast teleportation circle.
Right. So
I
like
just need
you would
somebody
be
to
somebody
keep
who
it
could
up.
do that. But
Yeah.
like you would need to hire somebody to keep it up, as well as like come up with basically a toll for people to use it.
Okay.
Mm.
And you may have to build an additional tower, so people can't just come into your keep uninvited.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, that is something that's possible. It's just going to take some additional work that wasn't provided in your keep.
Okay.
Gotcha. Do they have one here? Could we at least know like the passcode for it?
You guys are unaware.
Mm,
Alright.
have to find that.
Other than that, I think the only other thing that Yesru will do at the moment is just kind of go to blacksmith, hone his daggers and everything, and just kind of get cleaned up on them.
You are given the same spiel that Dahlia got. That, like, it seems that several of the blacksmiths and within the blacksmithing guild are intimidated to work on the weapons of the party. But they're able to do a minor sharpening on your daggers, and I'll give you the same treatment that I gave to Dahlia. You can have a +1 to damage rolls for the next 3 combat encounters. You're gonna have to apply that manually, but yeah, you're told the same thing, that like they refuse to work on weapons that that masters of the craft are in your hands for.
Yeah, we're
I
here.
wasn't wanting. Yeah, I wasn't wanting doing anything special, just
Right.
a base tone.
Yeah, they're definitely sharpened, and you know they hone they hone and straighten the edges.
But that'll be it for Yesreel.
Okay. Nighttime begins to drop, and festivities explode throughout the night. If it looked and felt overpowering at the beginning, it is like astronomically more so once nighttime drops. Cactus ale vendors across every single street corner, bars filled to the brim, food being divvied out, and it's just a party. There are several guards that are keeping the peace to a certain degree, and bards playing from every single street corner, like almost as if they're in ties with the cactus ale vendors to bring in customers. The camera zooms out on a clear, starry night as we look at an overcast of Aralas City in its party phase. And that is where we will end session 2 of the Rise of Vecna.